we always know that, or it's a well acknowledged belief amongst the fellowship and real Star Wars fans that Disney's ultimate goal is to remake the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. Now, personally, I think they want to. I just don't think they're going to get there. I don't think Disney Star Wars lasts long enough for them to get that kind of chance. I think they're going to run out of time. They're going to be forced to sell Lucasfilm in the next 2 to 3 years once KK is gone because they're going to need all the money they can get, and Star Wars doesn't make them any money. But that doesn't say that they don't want to do it. But right before the stream, director Matthew Vaughn, who's a good director, has said he wants to reboot Star Wars with a new Skywalker family. Let's read it. Let's forget the article. Let's just read what this has to say here. Let me zoom in on it a bit here. This is Matthew Vaughn. An exclusive interview with Screen Rant during New York Comic Con. Vaughn revealed this. But for me now, if someone asked me, what would you do for me to get back into the world of somebody else's characters and other franchises? I mean, I was just joking. I said this as a joke, and now, yeah, maybe I would do it. If they wanted to reboot Star Wars, I'm going to come back to that. Reboot Star Wars, set the story with the Skywalkers, and then I'll go, hey, that will be interesting. Because for me, it's not to be something so bold, so different, and so brave. They said you can't do that. I was like, there have been 3 Spider-Mans, Bonds. Like, what are you talking about? Why can't that happen? I don't control Star Wars, but I would do something big, brave, and with great characters. I want to see Luke Skywalker, Leia, Han, and Chewie back doing their shit, not some distant cousins. Who cares? All right. I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to ask. I'm going to bring this back up on Sunday to the panel. I'm going to want the panel to a roundtable to give their thoughts on this. Matthew Vaughn, all known accounts, seems to be a pretty straightforward dude. He seems to be not one to bullshit. But here's the thing. First of all, there's this common mistake. People say reboot or revival. People conflate the two. Reboot means a complete reset. That means reset. I don't think he means reboot here. I think he means revival. I don't think he says remake the original trilogy. I think he means revive what went on in the original trilogy, like the EU did. I think that's what he means. And if he means that, then yes, as the goddess says right here, the EU is waiting. The stories are done. Just adapt them to some scripts and go. And you guys have heard my case. I have no problem recasting. It should have been done in a respectful way, and that way is gone because Harrison Ford is now too old and he'll never do it again, and Carrie Fisher's dead. There was a way to respectfully do it and hand it off to younger versions, to recasted versions. I have no problem with a recast, but Disney's gone about it the wrong way. They tried to shove that dude who played Solo down our throats. And the stands, well, they swallowed it whole. But the rest of the world didn't, because it was a bad story, a bad job, and it wasn't entertaining.
That is why you fail.
Solo lost money for a reason. So I'm not against recasting, and I'm not against revival once Disney doesn't own it anymore. What have I been saying for over a year since I've been going hard on Disney Star Wars, reviewing it, talking about it, attacking it, criticizing it? Get Star Wars, get Lucasfilm away from Disney. Put it in the hands of a custodian who cares about real Star Wars, and then have the balls to throw out Disney Star Wars, to just kick it to the curb, because guess what? The people who like it are insignificant in their numbers. They are a true minority. They don't have any purchasing power. They don't have any ability to move the needle at all. and then revive Star Wars by reviving the EU. And some people say, oh, you can't expect people to get involved in the whole EU. Yeah, you can. You just start at the beginning. Start with the Thrawn trilogy.
Do it.
Trust me, normies won't be confused. They won't be confused. They could normies aren't stupid. They just need to be shown something clearly and they get it. That's what I'm here for. That's what all real nerds and real Star Wars fans are here for. We're here to make it clear and they will find out and they will understand. So if he means revival, not reboot, because I don't want to see the original trilogy remade. It's timeless for a reason. I've been talking about the word timeless for a couple of weeks right now. Even did a video on it. Go check it out. It's timeless for a reason because it works no matter the era. Yes, do you have to retcon a couple small things thanks to the prequels? Of course you do, but that's accepted thing at this point. Nobody argues that anymore.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So if he means revival, yeah, sure. Put Matthew Vaughn, he's a good director. Put him in charge of a revival of Star Wars, starting either with the Thrawn trilogy or Truce at Baccarat. I'm good either way. I'm fine either way. And recast. Go for it. But make it believable. Don't just pick up any doofus off the street or whammons. I mean, there is a path, but it's a path without Disney.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos, maybe a little shit stirring here and there, who knows, at @theranernerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.